Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And on the hill in this one, Garrett Cole. And Singy, he's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep into his starts.
Boog, he's a guy that takes great care of himself because he wants to finish every game he starts. I think for any lineup that faces him, you've got to try to have lengthy at-bats and run up that pitch count. Anything to help get him out of the game early.
George Springer leading things off and takes a strike. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. And there's a ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Left side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. I'll tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. That one hammered left field. Dominguez going back. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
That one outside, and the count now 2-0.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Foul ball there. Two outs. He swings and fouls one off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
He goes down looking. One left for Toronto. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, and towing the slab here, Kevin Gausman.
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. The pitch. The shortstop takes the ball.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
There's a strike.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Here comes a pitch. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. There's the strike. 95 of that one. Gosman, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That misses, and the count is 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2 out, space is empty. Pulls that one foul. Next pitch is outside. Outside with a breaking ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
The 3-1. There's the strike.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. Nothing for the Yanks in the first. Second inning upcoming from the Bronx. No score. New inning getting started. And now for the Jays, Will Wagner. Cole back to work. Wagner throws right, bats left. Hitting 5th in today's lineup. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. Next offering is downstairs. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boog, he's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
And that one pulled foul. And fires in a fastball at 95. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fly ball to right. And there's one down. Alejandro Kirk digs in now. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Pitch in the dirt, ball one.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop. That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Goldie sizes this one up, makes the grab, 2 down.
The second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Andres Jimenez. And that one fouled off. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's a brilliant defender, whether in the outfield where he won a Gold Glove in right, center field, or at first base. The footwork he attributes to playing soccer as a kid. And Bellinger is a huge Premier League soccer fan. Next offering is down low. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. And that one is gone. He shoots one out to right. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. In a 2-0 count, a hitter is on high alert. This is what you live for, to be in the driver's seat here. He got a pitch that he could handle, and he hit that pitch really hard. Nice home run.
Here's Stanton now. There's a swing and a miss.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. That's off the mark. 1-1. That one missed. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Two now. Swing and a base hit.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Stanton gets his lead at first with nobody out. Right side. Nice stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. Out. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Awesome job of getting to that baseball. Really good dive there. Doesn't have time to get up to his feet, so he throws from the seat of his pants, and he throws on the money.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. On the ground right side. And it goes just foul. Next offering is fouled back. And ball one. On the ground right side. And foul ball. Two on, one out. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. That one's upstairs, ball one. Two on, two outs. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
1-1.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two balls, two strikes to count with two outs.
2-2. Yeah.
Swing and a ball line to center. Lucas makes the play, and that ends the inning. Yankees draw first blood on a solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, on to the third inning. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. And that one missing low.
I got one ball, one strike.
In the air, left field, Dominguez moving back for this one. And there's one away. And next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike one.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. And down on strikes he goes. That K is his third of the game.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
So the lineup flips over. Here's George Springer. And the first offering is not close. Up the middle, Chisholm. That's the third out. Down in order go the Blue Jays. And it remains 1-0. Back in the Bronx as we go to the last of the third. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. The right-hander back to work. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. And that's down and away.
2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Outside. Inside. And it's 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Aaron Judge comes to the plate now. We think of home runs when we see Judge, which makes sense because, well, he hits a lot of them.
Yeah, you're right about that, Boog. In fact, Judge hit 300 home runs before he reached 1,000 hits. The only other player in MLB history.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A gigantic blast. And they add to their lead. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. He's already homered here in this one. Starting to go after it. Now we'll look down to third. That's a swing according to umpire Woody Keller. That one at
Ball
95 missed up top, and the count is 1-1. Still only one out here in the inning. Foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one missing inside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swings and misses. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
And first offering is fouled off. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 3-0. Back in the Bronx, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Bo Bichette. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. The 0-1. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play.
Great fundamentals there at first base. A textbook example of putting your body in position to make a play and doing just that. That's how they teach you to do it.
Anthony Santander at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. Yankees up by 3. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Outside.
Nope. Outside.
Now 1-2.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Down and in, moved his feet. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Guerrero, the next to hit, takes outside. Swings through that one for strike 1. Vladdy needs just 1 hit to reach 200 for the season.
Ball 2.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident, and there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
Over to first, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail in this one 3-0. Back now in the Bronx, ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. Fastball is outside.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
In the air out towards right center. And there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate, and he's already singled in this game. Clips the outside corner. That's strike 1.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Went down on strikes his first time through. Right through there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
0-2 is the count.
Caught him looking for the K. 1-2-3 go the Yankees, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back in New York, ready now for the 5th inning. Digging in, Will Wagner. Cole back to work. That's in there. It's 0-1.
Well, these Blue Jays, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fastball right back to the mound. Fires over to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. Popped out and foul ground first time through. Kirk measures 5 feet 8 inches, 245 pounds, and he's a native of Mexico. In the air, right field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now back to the second baseman,
Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. First time up was a pop out. Misses outside, and that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike at 95. The Blue Jays trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Yankees 3 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Oswaldo Cabrera. And a first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Good job to fight that one off. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So now back to the top of the order.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 2 in this one.
Ball 1.
This one in the dirt. Gossman throws over.
No, he's
and he's back in easily. So a substitution needed at first because of the injury. Pinch running here, DJ LeMahieu. LeMahieu on at first, nobody out. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Outside low. And the count is even 2-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that's outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1 to Guerrero, and they turn 2.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. That's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 2. Just missed. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Two down, nobody on. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Kirk to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. So coming into the game now on defense, DJ LeMahieu. He's the new third baseman.
Number 26.
So digging in, Ernie Clement. Fly to left his first time. And that one is lifted in the air. Judge makes the grab. One pitch and one out. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
That's in for a strike. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And out of here. That one felt good. And they're chipping away. It's 3-1.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Second home run of the inning for him. It's 3-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
2 outs, nobody on. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Waste no time there. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that's in for a strike.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And 1-2.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Blue Jays down a run.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. And a foul ball, he stays alive. A strikeout for the Coltrane. He's making it look easy out there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Sandlin.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, one-run game. It's Aaron Judge now. He's already homered in this game. And a pitch.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Slings it across. Leadoff man retired in the sixth.
Now back, center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger up to hit. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
High fly ball out to left field. Santander hauls it in, 2 away.
Now back, the designated hitter,
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Eric Swanson up and loosening in the pen. Nance also throwing. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1 ball.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Offense held in check there. 7th inning coming up. Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 2. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the DH, Will Wagner. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Movement in the bullpen, Fernando Cruz getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Weaver warming up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. And strike 1 to the catcher. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. That one
ball,
way outside,
2 strikes.
and the count 1-2. Fans Adds another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
And now for the Jays, Andres Gimenez. That one not close. And that is ball 1. And another ball.
Ball 2.
Just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Clips the corner, and now 3 balls and a strike. And that's in there at the knees.
Count is 3-2.
And the tying run is on base.
Well, that right there could end up being a big walk in this game. He's certainly a threat on the bases, especially with them looking to tie this thing up.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Garrett Cole is done in this one, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Fernando Cruz.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
2 outs, runner at first. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Big situation right here. You got some speed over there at first base. He represents the tying run. Question is, do you send him and get him in the scoring position, or do you let that batter swing and maybe put you ahead?
Two outs. And that clips the inside corner.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
One ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. Not in time. He's safe. That's a wild pitch, and the tying run moves into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Jimenez on at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Tidy work out of the Yankee bullpen there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brendan Little.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
1-1.
Ball one there.
Down.
And there's a ball.
2-2 to count.
Pitch misses there. 3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one lifted to left. Santander racing over to make the catch.
Now back, first baseman,
Paul Goldschmidt now. And that misses. 1-0. Hit on the ground to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play. 2 outs, base is empty. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one's a little bit low. Ball 1. That clips a corner. Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Yanks held in check, but they're up 3-2.
leading off for the Blue Jays, the center fielder, Yankees Bluejays.
Late swing, foul to the left. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Ball one.
Up the middle, Volpe on the run, throw to first, and they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And the batter is George Springer. 0 for 3 in this one. That one outside. Ball one. Holding on to a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Throws to first in time, and a couple of quick outs.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Stepping in, Bo Bichette. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. That's outside.
That's a ball.
And that's ball one. Late swing fouled off. In the air, foul off first. Goldie makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they make short work of him there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jimmy Garcia. Well, one-run game. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit, batting for the first time here in the 8th inning after coming into the game as a pinch runner. And a strike there to LeMahieu. Garcia, 34-year-old vet, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one pushed foul. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Springer there makes the catch.
The batter, number 11, shortstop,
Anthony Volpe will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out there to center. Lucas makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees.
2 down, base is empty. And next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Eric Swanson getting loose out there. Green getting cranked up as well. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Into the outfield, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Up next for the
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate.
Aaron Judge.
2 outs. Runner takes off, and Judge spoils that one. That's off the mark, and a count 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
The count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Cody Bellinger would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Swing and a pop-up. Jimenez on the move towards foul ground. Got it. Nice grab. And that is the third out of the inning. The Yanks leave one, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Devin Williams.
Now, this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the one-run game better than a comfortable three-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
Well, one-run game. Here's the left fielder, Anthony Santander. Tap foul at the plate. And fouled off. Gonna count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. One and 2 now. Got him! And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
He's 2 outs away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting ready to hit. That one clips the outside corner. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Check swing, appeal to first. No swing, just held it back there. Next pitch is downstairs. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. The closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe trying to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Now a chance for Will Wagner. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Two down, nobody on. In the dirt, and now it's even 1-1. That one missed. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Check swing on the 2-1, appeal to third. He did not go around. 2 outs. They're down to their final strike.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
3-2 the final score for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.